The 2023 Mr. Olympia is around the corner, and today I'm going to give you my top 6 predictions for men's open bodybuilding. We have 20 athletes who have qualified this far, with 2 more to be added after Legion Sports Festival and Olympus Show in Italy. Sadly, I don't think those 2 athletes will have an impact in that top 6 yet. In the first call out, I have Hadi Choopan, the reigning Mr. Olympia champion, Brendan Curry, Mr. Olympia number 15, Samson Dauda, the Annual Classic champion, Derek Lunsford, the last year's Mr. Olympia runner-up, Nick Walker, the Annual Classic runner-up, and Andrew Jack, the Texas Pro champion. Before we get into placings, there are 3 athletes that are worth mentioning that I think can sneak into that first call out and display some of the guys. Hunter Labrada is one of those athletes who can pull off an upset. He has beat Nick Walker and Andrew Jack at the Olympia before. According to the judges, he lost to Andrew Jack at Texas Pro because he faded. So if he doesn't fade at the Olympia, he will be very dangerous. At the moment, Hunter Labrada looks his all-time best. I think he can pull off an upset again. Another guy is Michael Cruzo. He looks his all-time best and he hasn't had an opportunity to be compared to top Olympians at his best. With the size that guy carries, I think he can break into that first call out. Lastly, Nathan Diasha. He has been looking very impressive in this competition season. With his experience and the way he looks at the moment, I think Nathan Diasha can sneak into that first call out. Cards on the table, I'm a huge fan of Samson Dauda and Derek Lunsford. With all that being said, let's get into it. In 6th place, I have Andrew Jack. While Andrew looks incredible, I think he loses a lot of ground from side poses and back poses because of lack of separations on his hamstrings. While he made a remarkable progress on his side poses and hamstrings, the other guys are still ahead of him. Hence why I have him placing 6th. In 5th place, I have Nick Walker. He has the size and the conditioning. Unfortunately for Nick, the other top guys are as big as him. They just overpower him with aesthetics, and sadly his lower body is still lagging his upper body. In 4th place, I have Brendan Curry, provided his conditioning is better than last year. Otherwise, Nick Walker will beat him again. Just like Nick Walker, Brendan Curry's lower body is lagging his upper body, but Brendan Curry has a beautiful structure. If he brings improved conditioning, he will place ahead of Nick Walker. That place is going to be the most difficult one, and maybe the most controversial prediction I'm going to make. I have Derek Lunsford placing 3rd. Judges wanted to see him improve his front thighs, and he has done that. He also improved his upper body, so his lower body will still look behind. When he's standing next to guys with big quads like Hadi and Samson, it will show that his lower body is still behind. I understand that Derek Lunsford has the best back in the lineup, but so did Phil Heath in Mr. Olympia 2020, yet he got defeated by Big Ramy, who's considered to have weak back double biceps. Just like in Mr. Olympia tradition, the next guy I'll predict is gonna be your Mr. Olympia winner. I have Samson Dauda winning the 2023 Mr. Olympia and Hadi Choopan placing 2nd. Hadi Choopan will be the most conditioned guy on stage, but Samson Dauda doesn't need to be the most conditioned guy to win. He has the size that Hadi doesn't have. He also has better structure than Hadi. He just needs to improve his conditioning. Hadi Choopan always brings excellent conditioning, but he gets beaten by bigger guys with just good conditioning. Samson Dauda, with his added size, he will probably be the biggest athlete in the 2023 Mr. Olympia. If he improves on his annual classic conditioning and he doesn't fade during the comparisons, Samson Dauda might be your 2023 Mr. Olympia.